to be a glacial lake just before I was born, about 15,000 years ago.
Oh.
She's a Coonassus. So
I'm not from Louisiana.
Tracy, don't get any ideas, because I'm not that good of a painter.
And we are going to Whitefish, Montana to meet them for lunch today.
Hey, I'm Archie. I'm the owner's dog. Some people call me the mayor of Ronan. We really like having the Roadsmiths around, so I hope you can stick around for their next video.
In this week's video, we continue to work camp at the Silver Knot, but we also find time to go and explore some of the great things in the area. We go to a 19th century Catholic mission in St. Ignatius, and close by, the Temple of 1,000 Buddhas. We also go to the National Bison Range.
Ken finally gets to drive a Super C, and he gets cast as an extra in a Hollywood movie.
So as you saw by the sign, we're at St. Ignatius Mission, which is in St. Ignatius, Montana. And it was built in 1891, so I mean not super old, but I guess for this area, I'm sure it's still pretty rough and tumble back in those days. So we're gonna go check it out. We understand it was a Catholic mission in the middle of kind of a, I guess, an Indian tribal reservation. What did we say? The Salish Kootenai. And if I'm saying that wrong, if I'm saying either of them wrong, leave a comment below if you know. I think it's either Salish Kootenai or Kootenai. So
I think it's Kootenai.
okay.
You're both wrong. It's pronounced Kootenai.
Kootenai.
K-O-O.
She's a Coonassus. So
I'm not from Louisiana.
close enough, just to set the one state over. So let's go check out the inside.
The St. Ignatius Mission was founded in 1854 by Jesuit priests at the request of the Salish Indians. The church, which is still operational today, was built beginning in 1891 and completed in 1893. The most exceptional feature of the interior are the 58 murals painted by an untrained monk, who was also a cook at the mission.
So while the church was built in 1891, this was the first home built in 1854. But we just read a sign where the mission was requested to come out here in 1840 by the local Indian tribes. So we're going to check out more of the history. So today must be religion day. First we go to a Catholic mission that was actually requested by American Indians. That was the St. Ignatius Mission. And so, you know, I grew up Catholic, Pam grew up Methodist. It's Christianity, but we're going off the other angle today now. We're going to the, what is it, temple? No.
It's the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas.
Garden of 1,000 Buddhas. There's only two of us, so we're kind of feeling like we're outnumbered a little bit, but yeah, we're going to go check it out. It looks like an interesting religion, and I don't know much about it, but it looks like, you know, here in Montana to hear about Buddhism, it's kind of interesting, so you got to go check it out.
It makes you wonder how they got this type of place in the middle of Montana.
Yeah, it's like a little oasis here against the mountains, and actually the sprinklers are running, and I'm getting kind of sprinkled on, so maybe that's holy water.
Mister.
Let's go check it out. Okay, I'm pretty sure that saying was directed to me, but Now, in all seriousness, it's a very interesting place. Again, Pam and I don't really know much about the religion at all. We did see a Buddhist monk walking here, but just reading some of the, I want to call it scripture, but reading some of the words and paragraphs that were quoted from Buddha, it's just all about peace, love, community, taking care of yourself, happiness, taking care of yourself, taking care of, others that you love, and just other people.
Good.
Everything good, peaceful. Yeah. So, and that's not a bad thing, because the world definitely needs more of that, and I think John Lennon wrote a song about that, and I'm not going to sing it. But all you need is that's not John Lennon. That's I remember that song because I think it was actually in Austin Powers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
Shows you the depth of my knowledge of that. But John Lennon sang, "All you need is love." Okay, that's all I'm singing. Okay, I kind of lost count there, but I assume when they mean 1,000 Buddhas, this is what they mean. Although I will tell you, just looking at this surrounding, I don't know. I would count more than 1,000 Buddhas. I'd have an update here. There's 62 Buddhas, each, at least in this particular one. And then you have one in the end. So we're going to call that 62 times 2 is 124, plus 2 is 126. I think we have more than 1,000 Buddhas. The National Bison Range was established as a natural wildlife refuge in 1908. It's comprised of 18,574 acres on the Flathead Indian Reservation. It was established to protect the nearly extinct animal. In 2022, the management was turned back over to the Salish and Kootenai tribes.
But every single time that I come around, it seems you got another man trying to keep you down, baby. Well, you might think you're driving me insane.
So we're not at the highest point of the Bison Range, but we're getting close. But you can kind of see down here is, I guess it used to be a glacial lake just before I was born, about 15,000 years ago. So that's what this whole valley is all about. But we're getting up. We haven't seen. We saw one bison when we kind of drove in, and he was just off in kind of a sand pit. We've not seen anything. We saw some bear scat.
We've seen a chipmunk. I think that was the only thing besides butterflies.
There's a new animal they identified up here recently, and we've seen it. It's called squat. We got a little bit further to go, and then I think we start heading down. Thank goodness for hill descent control on the truck, because it's going to be pretty steep.
There's quite a few switchbacks coming up here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go see if we can find the bison. They said they were up here someplace. That may have been yesterday. It's not today.
We never saw the herd of bison, but we did see a mule deer on our way out.
Well, I got to. It's going to be kind of an interesting day here. I've got to take the truck in for finishing up some service. We had the oil changed in Elkhart, but we didn't have time since I did it in the morning that we were leaving to start our way to Montana. I didn't have a chance to get the diesel fuel filters done, so we're going to take care of that here today. There's this little small Ford dealership right in the corner up here, so I went up there and checked with them, and they said they could do it, so we're going to do that. But what's going to be really interesting is the neighbor, Neil, who takes care of the golf course property here. He's got an old Super C, an old Dynamax Super C, and he's going to let me drive it, and that's going to be really cool. So never driven one before. As you guys have seen on this channel, we've reviewed Super Cs, talked about how much we love Super Cs. Maybe we'll get a Super C at some point in time, don't know, but this will be the first time I ever drove one, so take you along for that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But first, got to go spend some money on getting my diesel fuel filters changed.
Insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. I think maybe you don't know this ain't my first rodeo.
Push that little button there and see where it says brake release right down by right there. Just push that.
All right, now we're in neutral, so
Yep, push that. Yeah, put your foot on the brake. Go ahead and push it. Okay, now you just put drive. We'll just be automatic. We won't go manual. Now get ready. See if anybody's coming and get out there before you get clobbered.
You got a sign right there, and where it's like perfect position where you can't see.
She shifts automatically, so.
Yeah. Wow. That's smooth. I mean, that's actually
Kinda, it's just like driving a big van or something.
You know, they say with the diesel pushers, it's very quiet up here, and some people like that because they don't want to hear the engine noise. For me,
you want to know what something's going on.
I like to hear the engine a little bit.
Yeah.
Not roaring. I like to hear the engine a little bit.
Yeah, when I pull a trailer, and that's about 10,000 pound, 30-foot long trailer, car hauler, dragster in there, I run 65, 70 miles an hour on the freeway pretty much all the way down to Vegas, you know.
How do you feel like when if you're in a place where it's getting a little windy, do you feel the wind a lot in this? I mean,
No, I got stabilizer bars on my trailer.
Okay.
Bumper pull. So that makes a lot of difference anyway, but it's enough weight. My pickup, when it pulls it, if I'm in a 40 mile an hour side wind, even with the stabilizers, I know that wind's blowing on me.
Yeah.
But with this deal, it doesn't seem that, you don't notice it so much. You know it's something, you know, a little bit, but go away. It's 23,000 pounds or so, you know.
Change your mind, cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying, are you coming back? Well, you might think you drive me insane. I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think that maybe you know this ain't my first rodeo.
Definitely an interesting drive. Not at all what I expected. Not at all bumpy. It actually, and quite frankly, I think it actually rode a little smoother than our truck did, which is kind of interesting. I mean, truck is tighter. I did notice a little bit of kind of a side to side, so that just maybe because it's an old, he said it's a 2005, maybe just because it's kind of old and got a lot of miles on it. But yeah, those are very cool. So yet again, decisions. So let us know what you guys think. If you followed our channel, you may know that Pam and I have a 20-year-old Toyota Land Cruiser with about 155,000 miles. We've had it since day one. We've loved it. It even survived Hurricane Ian. Well, Neil is a car guy. Not only does he have dragster racers, he restored this 1962 Land Cruiser. I just had to go take a look and see what it was all about. And for those of you that are interested, Neil's going to bring this vehicle down to the Las Vegas Meka Auto Auction in November and sell it. Don't miss out on your chance to own this classic.
I've been around long enough to know there's some things you can't take back. There's some things you just got to let go.
Another fun thing about living this lifestyle is not only are you meeting and making new friends, but you get opportunities across the country. And we have some friends that are in East Glacier, and we are going to Whitefish, Montana to meet them for lunch today.
As we did in our trip out to Montana, we had a chance to meet up with Joel and Deb from Chasing Our Sunshine, and that was a great visit. We are going today to meet another couple that we met actually in Tampa, and we followed each other. And so Lynn and Danny from RV America, they are actually staying in East Glacier. Of course, we're staying down in Ronan. So it was probably about an hour and a half drive. We're going up to the very cool town of Whitefish to go meet them for lunch. And we haven't seen them since Tampa, and I know they've been exploring up there a lot. So we're looking forward to it. We had so much fun catching up with Lynn and Danny, we forgot to get some video. Nonetheless, it was time to get back to work. That wasn't that hard. Well, when they poured the concrete, I guess they got some concrete splatter up on the side of the mercantile shop here, so they just want me to kind of cover up some of those things. I'm glad I don't have to paint the whole thing. Tracy, don't get any ideas, because I'm not that good of a painter. And you'll probably see that based on what I do here. So just going to cover up the with areas where the concrete kind of splattered up against it, make it pretty. And yeah, not that hard at all. So let me continue. I believe we've arrived. So it's not every day that at a Harvest Host or any campground for that matter that you find out that there's actually Hollywood actors on site. And Tracy had told us about this, and she wasn't exactly sure what it was, but they're filming a new Western down here, and they're using the Sky Ridge as a backdrop for, I guess, an indoor scene. So it just so happens we got to take garbage out. How convenient is that? And we take it down to their place right by the Sky Ridge. So we're going to go check out, see who we can find. All right, we have an update. We just went over there to see what was going on, and I just was joking with them because that's what I do. And I said, hey, we heard you guys are looking for extras. And actually, one of the guys said, actually, we are. They said a couple of the extras went in town last night to Missoula, got hammered, and they haven't made it back. So I walked in there. They talked to somebody. Next thing you know, they handed me a shirt. They said, do you have a pair of jeans? I said, I do. I'm going to go back to the rig, put a pair of jeans on. And I guess we're going to be an extra, no dialogue or anything like that, because, you know, they've seen the Roadsmiths and they would know that it would just take too long to shoot that with my, with my brevity, of course, or lack of brevity. But yeah, we're going to be extras in a bar scene. So this is kind of exciting. So I will go put jeans on, and I can't tell you what the movie is. We'll tell you after, I guess, it's published. Stay tuned for a new Western coming out. A lot of fun today. That was not unexpected, a lot of fun. We just went down there to kind of say, hey, you need to, we're here to, be extras, and just really kind of a joke. And next thing I said, hey, come in, sign this waiver and do all this kind of stuff. So can't say the name of the movie. I had to sign a non-disclosure. So when it comes out, probably 2 years from now, who knows when, then we will let you know. And there's Meka. She's upset because she was left out of the movie. They had no They had no need for an Aussie in this particular movie, which is too bad because she's a great actress. You've seen her. All right, that's it for the day. So that was a wasted day. Is that?
Me or her's a great.
Yeah, both of you guys. But this is a wasted day because I had plans to do some work on the RV and I didn't. But there's always tomorrow. So we'll see you whenever we see you. As we mentioned in the last video, this family works really, really hard. Not only do they have the 2 wedding venues to take care of, they have an Airbnb, they have horses, and they have a ton of property to cut hay on. Just very, very inspirational. And not only do they work hard, they play hard as well.
Hey, I work pretty hard here too.
Join us next time as we continue to work camp. We'll go razor riding, cherry picking, we'll check out the Polson Cherry Festival, do some maintenance on our RV, and go back to Glacier. And if you haven't subscribed already, we'd love for you to join us on the road. Hit that like button and ring the bell. You'll be notified of upcoming videos.
Oh, you gotta let go.